Alright, today we're gonna have another test on these mini tower coolers on the 13900K. I did look up on if they were able to, dissipate 253 watts of power, but I wasn't able to find information. So I'm gonna put these towers to the test and see how well it can cool that particular CPU. So the 13900K had the same power, draw as the 14900K. So effectively, if it can cool the 13900K, it will do the same thing for the 14900K. So I'll have this one assembled in a bit, and then we'll go do the test. Alright, I have already started with the first run. So this is the Noctua NH-U9S. It's running pretty much everything in default configuration, and I'm using the MX4 thermal compound from Arctic. It is a more budget oriented thermal compound, because the whole build in this idea is to be more budget friendly. And obviously I got the Noctua cooler, and these are used. You can see a little bit of dust, and yeah, we'll let it run. Just for the initial impression, it's already doing the higher score compared to my previous run with the Thermalright low profile coolers. We'll come back in a bit and show you the results. So we're just coming up at the end of the 22nd of this particular test. So the first initial run, the score is pretty high, but as the test goes on, the CPU starts thermal throttling, and the scores start lowering. So in terms of like actual performance, I don't think it's any better than the Thermalright coolers, but the score is sitting at 34369, so it's still kind of above what the default configuration of all those Thermalright low profile coolers is. But in terms of like actual default setting, and for it to handle the 13900K, it's still not possible unless you obviously undervolt it or lower the clock. But as for default configuration, and use the 13900K at its maximum potential, it runs short. So I'm gonna swap out with the other cooler. They're pretty much the same size, but I think it might do a little bit better, but we'll see. We'll come back. So previously I thought these were exact same brackets, but after clearing into it, they're actually a little bit different, and these mounting points are actually pushed out a little bit that way, and yeah, so they're not interchangeable at all in terms like compatibility. Yeah, so if you look at it, if I line up that particular hole in the middle, and that has to line up over by the far hole, so it's not gonna able to be interchangeable. So I'm gonna swap out this onto the motherboard, and I'll be right back. So I already go ahead and test out this cooler, and just like we thought, it's still gonna be thermal throttling. It's probably just the size, like it's no fault of the Noctua cooler. It's probably able to handle fine with a low wattage CPU, but but right now you can see it's still thermal throttling, and the score is pending. I'm still 2 minutes away from finishing this particular test. We'll come back and show you the results. Alright, we'll just finish up with this test. The surprising thing is I thought I was gonna do better in the previous cooler on this guy here, but after the 10 minutes test, the score is actually lower. The score is about let's see, it's about 33911, so it's about 400 points lower than the previous run. A little bit disappointing, but from what it is, it could be variable things. If I were probably put 2 fans in this, it will probably do better. But in terms like actual design, it's, you know, it's just Noctua design. It's small. I think it runs a little bit louder compared to this guy, just because of where the fan situation is at. Yeah, I'm still disappointed. But how do I conclude this? Honestly, I wouldn't use these mini towers on the 13900K just because of it'll end up doing a lot of like random fan speed ramp up because of the fan size. And yes, it's meant for quietness. You know, these fans are designed for, but the problem is that it's too much heat, and you just can't handle that. And you put that onto this particular platform, the 3900K, you're gonna run into noise issue, constantly having the fan ramping up. Doesn't matter is this version of the Noctua or this version of Noctua, you're gonna run into with the same issue. So mini towers is another fail for the 3900K, and we'll make another video on this with a crazy fan, which is about 5,000 RPM fan on these 2 coolers. See how the fan will improve the performance on these mini tower coolers. With that said, it's not going to be practical, but this is for the funsies, right? See you guys next time.